Oh, hello. A bit of a rush, but hello and welcome to Hungary versus France. Watchalong right now. Oh, this was a last minute rush, but we are here. If we turn down that desktop sound. Hello. Now, everything is going to look incorrect. Don't worry. We will sort it in a second. Hope everyone is all good. I don't even know which channel this game is on. Hopefully it's on iPlayer. It is. Heroic. As we will load all this up. Just wait to see if that hops up. As this game has already started 47 seconds in. I do apologise for the lateness. But we are here. And we are into this game. If we have a look at the team lineups for today. Let me just change them, so it's this one for Hungary lineup. So that's a Hungarian lineup there. It is the RB Leipzig goalkeeper, Peter Galaxy in net. Then it is Willy Orban, Atalia Shalai and Endre Botka. Then it's midfield five, Italio Fiola, Andres Schäfer, Laszlo Kleinheisler, Adam Nadja and Loic Inigo. And then front it's Adam Shalai and Roland Salai. So a good team from them. Now, not that one. We've got quite a lot of. I've got too many of them. That's Slovakia. France lineup. There you go. And for France, this is the French side. It's Hugo Lloris in net with Luca Digne left back, Presnel Kimpembe and Raphael Varane as two centre halves with Benjamin Pavard at right back. Then the midfield three is Paul Pogba, N'Golo Kante and Adrien Rabiot. And then up front, it's Antoine Griezmann, Karim Benzema, and Kylian Mbappe. On the bench, it's Mandanda, Magnan, Longley, Lemar, Giroud, Dembele, Tolisso, Dubois, Hernandez, Sissoko, Koundé, and the Gladbach man, Marcus Thuram. I've got a couple of things to change there. As you can see, it says Sweden, which is entirely correct. So I will change that now while I can. But we'll do it on the other screen so we can at least see it. I hope everyone is all good in this as we just get the scoreboards. In a game that all the pressure is on France, they have to come here and get a result. A win, more specifically, would be way more key. Due to, if they win this, they're already through to the next round. I'm pretty confident. I mean, as for Germany, and for Portugal, but Germany are upon their hub for a Hungary win, because a Hungary win puts France on 3, Hungary on 3, Portugal on 3, so Portugal beat Germany, they're through, and they put Germany on 0, but Germany would still to play Hungary. They would technically have the advantage going into that final game. As it's Roland Salah there, just bundled over by Raphael Varane, does win the free kick. Hello, Ruspal. We're a bit late here, but we are here. That's all that matters. The watch-along is here. As we're watching France, Hungary versus France in this big game in the sort of landscape group. And we expect France to sort of run through Hungary, but we're not going to rule Hungary out. They held that Portuguese side for nearly 80 minutes before falling victim to basically a last minute of collapse. And this is where Hungary are dangerous. This is where they're very dangerous. Because this corner's going to be... Free kick's going to be crossed in. And there's a man gone down in the box holding his head. I'm sure the referee will stop for that. But we see N'Golo Kante, a man who we're going to keep our eyes on this entire game. Because his work rate is next to nothing. I think it's Roland Salah who actually might down with a head injury here. Or Italia maybe. Just caught up in basically not much. Caught up in not much at all. With 4 minutes in. And he's still down, though, now. Could be a head injury, which means there will be a break in play if this is true. But I am 2 seconds. Basically, I did go out, and then I thought I'd be back in time to set everything up. But luckily, as we know on this channel, Josh was an absolute hero and got all the lineups and stuff set up for me. So all I would have had to do was change the scoreboard when I got back. But we're a little bit late. We'll say traffic, the reason. It was Botker, actually, the centre-half, who did go down injured. And as for Hungary, I think they've got the benefit of down this tournament. They're not going to be the strongest team, and I think they know that. So they can come out and play their own game, really. I think they can dictate the pace of how they play. They don't have... I mean, I'm sure they would love to go out here and get the win, because getting the win there, equal on points with Portugal as it stands, and they'd be equal with France. But the game's back underway after that little head injury break. And I tell you what, Hungary, we saw against Portugal that they're not a side that you can easily say you can walk through. And I think it's the same for every single team in this tournament, if we're being realistic. As both teams really lunging into these tackles, and it's what you want to see. You want both these teams to really go for the game, and we've seen that with Hungary. As we know, this means probably way more to them than it does to France. As I'll just sort the lineups. Referees are just good. One thing I like about the refs this game is they've not slowed the game down. They've allowed games to keep on being played. Basically, they haven't become the stars of the show, which sometimes referees try to make themselves into. As Peter says, £10 Rabiot first goal. It's all you bet on this game. And thank you, Malcolm, because this is the update. There's been a red flag in the first... At France as well. Who's it been? Who is it, Malcolm? And obviously I hope they're okay as well. Because I was going to put it on the side, but I'd rather just watch this game. I'm quite very interested in it. Just see Griezmann there doing his defensive work. We'll win a free kick inside the back half. Look forward to Germany out of the Euros today. Ronaldo making history again. You never know. I think that game's going to be interesting. Obviously, that will be on the channel. You never know, though. If we actually have a look at sort of the ones to watch of this game, it's Italia Shalai. Fenerbahce, 23 years of age, 14 appearances. Signed by Fenerbahce in 2021 for $2 million, but he's already being linked to other European clubs. Good, very good defender. And it'll be interesting to see what happens in this game. You know, Hungary, as I said, they performed well against Portugal, but France I would say, a different side. And I think that front three of Griezmann, Benzema, and Mbappe could really cause some severe problems. As I'm having an issue with the camera. For some reason, I don't know what has happened, but the angle is so much stranger than before. Oh, that's why. I had it way too far across. Are we okay there? Who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of issues we've got going on. In fact, I've been mute this entire time, but no, we're good. We'll move the mic there. We'll move the phone away so there's no buzzing. And France have a corner. Sonoda crashed tyres, put him in the wall. UK. That's unfortunate. They'll be starting last. So no F1 stream tomorrow as we've got we're on to their match day, so they might have been an overlap. Griezmann whipped the corner in, and this is cap time. Saloy, the Mainz man. As the free kick's won, Benjamin Pavard obviously starts for France, but doesn't really start for Bayern Munich. Such a talented fullback. Now, I was against Saloy. Now, there's going to be a lot of name confusion in this game. As Ethan, my mate, has only seen him off. I genuinely think France or Croatia will win Euros. I know nothing about football, those are my guesses. Genuinely, France is a good guess, Ethan. Croatia, on the other hand, they're sat on 1 point, but they really have not performed in this tournament. If we do look at the head-to-head between these teams, though, Hungary and France have faced off a total of 23 times, with France winning the most, 12 of the ties. So, Hungary have won a lot, but look when they last beat them. Their last match was in 2005, a 2-1 win for France in a friendly. Hungary haven't beaten France in 1976. So that's 45 years, which is incredible. Is an absolutely incredible sound. And Roland Solo there. The SC Freiburg winger. But Hungary have got a corner here. A free kick, sorry. It's Kleinheiser who'll whip it in. It's not the best of the ball, but Benzema does his defensive work off, so I'll be rooting for Karim Benzema. 2 seconds. I do apologise for that. I really do. But we are back. As that corner came to nothing. Hugo Lloris, the Tottenham skipper. Well, not skipper, but the Tottenham thing. I'm happy with anything but a draw. I mean, mate, the last games I've had, I had Finland-Russia, 1-0. We had England-Scotland, 0-0. I had Sweden-Slovakia, 1-0. And in the second round, it started off at such a... Well, it started off with Finland, Russia, but like Turkey-Wales, 2-0. Italy win 3-0. Ukraine winning 2-1. Belgium 2-1. Like, we had 2+ goals nearly in every game. And then the last game, we've had Sweden 1-0. Croatia and Czech Republic 1-1 in what was not the best of games, really. England, Scotland 0-0. And then Hungary, France, currently 0-0 as it stands. This game should have goals. Obviously, we've got Portugal, Germany. That is on at 5 o'clock. Then Spain, Poland at 8 o'clock. All the coverage will be on this channel. And a man who's played incredible in that first game for France, and maybe this could be one of the standouts of the tournament, Paul Pogba. Shown such a genuine work rate in both games to win the ball back. We're seeing now that the Juventus man, Adrian Rabiot, 2. And someone's been dispossessed there, and it was Kylian Mbappe who was sitting very deep. Michael Oliver blowing the whistle. Wouldn't say that. It's one of them ones that you never know, because he's just caught him, but is there enough for Mbappe to be throwing himself on the floor? Probably not. It's one of them ones that you can't really trust. As we'll just move that down. Varane, though. To Pavard. Now it's N'Golo Kante. You know, France will dictate how this game goes. If France have an amazing game, it'll go their way. But if they can't get a goal or misplaced passes like that to Karim Benzema, and that was nearly well worked in the midfield there. From I think that was Kleinheisler. This cross comes in, cleared away. Did you say England scored a 0-0? I have to check who's in the England team, mate. Genuinely. It was awful. When your man of the match is Jordan Pickford, you know that something is wrong with your team. You really do. Wasn't the best game. But Malcolm, if you could keep us updated on F1. Actually, I might be able to load up my phone. But now, Benzema! Oh, it's a good save! It's another great save! Peter Galaxke. That's great keeping from the RB Leipzig man. What a double save. I mean, the flag is up. But Benzema just has a whip. It wasn't even the most confident of shots. Really was not. But it drags in the man. The shot comes. Galaxy with a great diving save. And on the rebound, should Griezmann do a lot better there. Because Galaxy didn't move much. That's an incredible save by Galaxy. Pardon me. That's a really good save. I forgot to say the Hungary bench, by the way, which is Dibush, Bogdan Lang, Keshis, Shereri, Hollander, Lovrashensis, Varga, Seeger, Varga, Nikolic, and Sean. So the Hungary side, a team that I don't know too much about. I only know the two forwards, Shalai and Salai. Massively well, obviously. I know Willie Orban, Peter Galaxy. But apart from that, not too familiar. So this will be the first time me watching because I didn't get to watch the. I'd have put Lingard as a substitute for England given latest form, but it's a good ball and behind it. Good look, Kante going forward just a little bit too much on it, and Galactic will collect. And yeah, I think this is probably the first watch long where teams can actually have, we can all have a reflection of how England played, which was fucking wank. But I think I don't know how to explain it. It was a lackluster performance, I think. Okay, I understand Southgate didn't make too many changes. And you know what? James for Walker, fair enough, didn't make much difference. I think Walker genuinely pushed up a lot more. Shaw for Trippier. Shaw actually had a decent game. Salah. Roland Salah, that is, on the ball. To Kleinheiser. Got really nowhere to go. So plays it to Nigo. Botka, back to Willie Orban. Switched all across to Italia, shall I? And now Nadje. Nadje lays it off to Schaefer, who's pushed across to the left. This is lovely. Nadje to Shalai. Deflected, finds Roland Salah. And that is awful. It was a Kleinheiser outside the box with maybe one of the Olympic shots we've seen in this tournament. Currently plays for NK Osijek in the Croatian league. They're currently second. They finished, second. And it was actually, with Dynamo, obviously Dynamo Zagreb topping the group. But they don't really have any other team in there. Like, Rijeka, maybe is the only other one that I recognise. Hajduk Split, actually, sorry. But plays for Osijek right now. Looks like also we will be having a drinks break in this game, as Ben Fard has already got a yellow card in this game. So if you have sort of booking points one, but it's Karim Benzema. It's a decent ball onto the wing to Luca Digne, the Everton fullback. It's a good ball in! And that was Kylian Mbappe with a free header. And he's just put it wide, so close. It was a lovely ball by Luca Digne. Great ball, and then Mbappe just couldn't get it on target. So close. I am just looking here. I'm just trying to see what's happening with everything. But 17 minutes, 17 minutes gone, and I tell you what, France has had a couple of opportunities, but Hungary haven't let up. I think in their midfield, Kleinheiser and Adam Nadje. There's a lot of Adams in this team. Adam Nadje plays for Bristol City, but trying to create something down the centre, and if Hungary can come away with a point in this game, they would still hope, if Germany win, they would still give themselves a chance to go through, you know. If they could beat, I know it's tough, if they could beat Germany in the final game, they could go through as third place qualifiers, which is absolutely unreal in this if they do that. Especially in the group of death, we always talk about, we've sort of disregarded Hungary. And they could get there. It'd be interesting to see. But it has been France, if we're being realistic, it has been all France right now. And again, it's Kylian Mbappe, Luca Digne on the left. Finds Mbappe, one of the world's best talents right now. Oh! And that is going to be a card. It was Presnel Kimpembe into Roland Salah there. Salah goes for the turn. Kimpembe is not even going for the ball. Goes straight for Salah. And clatters into him. Could be a yellow, but you see, the Hungarian fans, it's obviously in Budapest. But, I mean, there's a massive contingent of fans. Look at all the French fans as well. A proper packed out stadium. Something we haven't really seen in this tournament so far in this game. As they're doing their own version of the sort of the Skål chant, the Icelandic chant. It's so nice to hear. It's why I'm quiet. I want to hear it. Trying to rile up the side in red. So we'll just have a quick drink. But yeah, if there's any F1 fans in the chat who are watching F1, keep me updated. Let me know who goes out in Q1. I would presume I'd go both Haas's, Raikkonen, Latifi, and then Yuki Tsunoda. And then Russell gets out again. I'd like to see Nick Latifi get out of a Q1. Has he only ever done it once? I know he's outqualified his teammate once so far. Digne, good header into the box to Benzema. Dinks it into the box. And another header from Mbappe. But France are just brimming with confidence. And that was lovely by Lucas Digne. And then Benzema. Maybe a bit too of a high ball. If he leaves it, he's going to go though to Fiotta. Sort of the fullback. He is a fullback. But they played in defence, it's a 5-back. In attack, it's a 3-back. It's very similar to how a lot of these teams operate. I think Slovakia playing like that as well. But it's one thing that Hungary are going to try to utilise that long ball up to Adam Shalai. He's got to win headers. And I know he's coming up against President Kimpembe, who is a rocker at the back for PSG and for France. But it's Kleinheiser right now. We just want goals. I think this Euros, in terms of shock results, there haven't been. We probably had one amazing standout game, and that was Netherlands-Ukraine. But you look in Matchday 1, Italy-Turkey wasn't a thing. It was an Italy whitewash. Same with Belgium-Russia. The rest were all 1-0s. Apart from Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, North Macedonia, but you expect Austria to beat North Macedonia. Again, Czech Republic, Scotland, it was a good game because Patrick Schick scored the screamer, but it wasn't the best game of football. Slovakia, Poland, not really shock. We all know Poland really is a one-man team. And then Spain, Sweden, in terms of actual on-pitch football, one of the best games. But yet, no goals. And it's seemingly, I'm jinxed massively with a lot of my watch-alongs. Mbappe. To Pogba. Heavy touch by Pogba. Looking for a free kick and he will win it. It was Schaefer there. Just catches him. Pleading with the referee officer, Michael Oliver. You will know him if you are a Premier League fan. Yeah, it just slides in. He's nowhere near the ball. Has only eyes for Paul Pogba. And wipes him out. And that will be a free kick in a very, very dangerous position for France. Someone is down injured here. It's not what you want to see. I don't know who it is. It's a Hungarian player, is what we know. So while this is thing, I will just keep an eye on F1. Oh, Lance Stroll hasn't set a lap. That's why he's there. I was about to say, why is Lance Stroll so far back? But he hasn't set a lap. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. But very hot in Budapest. And they're going to use this opportunity to have a water break. It's Adam Shalai there. Shalai, who is down injured. And you just see ice boxes with just padded towels. You see the majority of French players getting it just to cool themselves down. Especially because it is mid-afternoon, it can go a lot hotter. Seeing there's 3 minutes left in here, and Lance Stroll, I'm moving the quickest. We'll have a cooling break in. And I'm sure he's back up onto his feet. But walking very gingerly. As all the players return back onto the pitch. And I wonder what's happened to Adam Sherlock, because he doesn't look injured. It looks like he might have to come off. He took off the captain's armband. I think it's been handed to Willie Orban. Is it heat stroke, maybe? It could possibly be heat stroke, which is not what you want to see. It doesn't look good. It could be a concussion. And yeah, I think it looks like Adam Shalai will come off here. If this is what you want to see, the entire French Hungarian standards. We are going to have a sub actually. And it will be Adam Shalai come off, the man's man, unfortunately. Possible concussion. And Nemanja Nikolic will come on. Currently plays for Fehava in the... Is that in the Croatian league? No, that is in the Hungarian league. So I think Frank Varos are Hungarian, aren't they? So currently plays in the Hungarian league. Finished third in there. I mean, you look on the bench, not really the best bench for Hungary. Like, no any standout players. If you've got standout players, there are playing. That free kick will come in. And it's another player. And it hits him in the face. Now, is that the substitute? It is the substitute. It's just come on. And it's just come right hitting. Nemanja Nikolic has come off right off his head. Hitting with a lot of pace as well. Just stunned more than anything. I mean, in fairness, when someone's taking a free kick with that much power, there's a red flag in F1 right now. Oh, which horse is that? Is that Mazepin? Oh, it's Mick. It's Mick Schumacher. He's into the pit lane, the wall. I mean, we don't talk about that France-Germany game, and France only did have one shot on target, which I think was worrying. And considering they didn't score a legitimate goal, it was an own one. As Benjamin Pavard there tries to take it down the right, and Schaefer does really well. Puts him under a lot of pressure, wins the throwing for Hungary. They will have to clear it, but good defending from them. As I'm just going to turn on a fan because it's absolutely roasting in here. As it's Roland Salai. Going to have to sort of do a job for two men now. Also, I know he's got that another striker up front, but he's one of them Hungarian players that's playing at a very high level compared to the rest of his team. My tits hurting. No, that's not what you want to hear. My boobies hurting. We can't be having that. As we will move in here. As I'm just covered in wires. But Pogba, can he find someone? As we will move the mic out the way a little bit so the fan isn't hitting it, but it's hitting me. So even though it isn't the sunniest of days, it is still very hot. Now it's Adrian Rabiot. I know Peter has him to score first. Will he? Is the real question. It's been stolen here. Nadja. Forced to go back to Fiola. The fullback. For Hungary. So it's pronounced Nodge, which is nice to know. So not Nage. And it's a good ball in behind. And Lloris has come out and collected. Brave goalkeeping. And he was a substitute. Nikolic, who was in behind. For Hungarian fans, brave goalkeeping. That guy looked like Thomas Muller. But brave goalkeeping. Hello, Sam. Hello. Are you all good? Welcome to the Watchalong. Schumacher has made it into Q2, which is mental. considering he has just crashed out in F1. Session over, which means... Wow, Latifi was 0.002 seconds off George Russell, which is very, very unfortunate for him because he was very close to his teammate. A couple of people eliminated. You know what? I was very close. I was very close with my prediction of I had Raikkonen, Latifi, both Haas's, and obviously Tsunoda, and the only one I got wrong was Stroll. The only one, only got wrong was both Haas because Schumacher, and then Lance Stroll. So good ball in the middle though, Benzema! Oh, and that should be 1-0. Karim Benzema. I need him to score for 3 bets. And he's still not done it. It's an incredible ball by Antoine Griezmann. And it's a lovely ball back in the box by Mbappe. Galaxi's left stud. And then Mbappe, Benzema completely misses it, and you want better from Karim Benzema being called up to the lineup, the French squad, by Didier Deschamps. Yet has not really had the impact I feel like he wanted. Pogba to Griezmann on this left hand side, drills the ball across to Digne, to N'Golo Kante, man of the match in that Champions League final. Pavard to Griezmann, back to Pavard, he's got a lot of space here, and it's a very, very poor ball in by Benjamin Pavard, and it goes out for a throw-in. A waste of a ball, really, if we're being honest. But that's an incredible ball. Great control by Mbappe. Great awareness, and to see Benzema hit it with sort of the side outside of his foot to him. And it's not 1-0 yet, but possibly it should have been. So we'll just minimise the qualifying while we're on ad break. But Didier Deschamps there. Seeing his side nearly go 1-0 up. I mean, it's a confidence booster if anything else. It's a guaranteed confidence booster. Ball clear away by Peter Galaxia. Again, just finds a French midfielder, this time Adrien Rabiot. To Kylian Mbappe. To Benjamin Pavard now, and France can attack for another time in this game in the space of 5 minutes. And it's to Paul Pogba. Bit of a poor ball, but still comes to a Frenchman's feet. And Hungary can't really even get the ball right now. Rabiot to Griezmann. To Mbappe, who was bundled down, but Pogba outside the box. Mbappe takes it past 2. Still Kylian Mbappe. And he just puts it wide. So close from him there. His footwork, Kylian Mbappe. He's the world's best, he really is. And once Messi and Ronaldo are retired, we know we've got Kylian Mbappe there to take their seat. And we've just seen the quality from him. Just switches feet. Switches feet so easily. Kante will win a header. And surprisingly, it's back in France's feet. And I think this is what I'm going to be saying a lot throughout this game. Because it's Paul Pogba. To Antoine Griezmann. Back to Pogba. Varane is trying to put a ball over the top. Well placed, finds Digne. Tries to play the first time ball in. Blocked well by Nego. Or Nego. But Digne there. Fouling Klein Heisler. Who is not happy with something. Griezmann having a laugh. Again, Antoine Griezmann. Very, very talented player. It's actually Rabiot who was commit the foul. Antoine Griezmann, obviously at Barcelona, not enjoying his best seasons, but for France to feel like he's stepping. You know what? It'd be interesting to see what time. Let's say France is still 0-0 or Karim Benzema hasn't scored in this game. When does Deschamps take him off and bring on Olivier Giroud? Olivier Giroud, the second highest goal scorer in France history. And it is going to be Nego, who has slipped. He's lost the ball and France is winning now, and it's Kylian Mbappe racing forward. It's a 3-on-3. Benzema, and that's again, it's a poor repeat ball by Benzema to find Antoine Griezmann. He does well to win it back to Pogba. Heavy touch finds Griezmann. He's got Ben Pavard to his right. Karim Benzema just couldn't find anyone. It was a poor ball. I mean, he goes to dink it across, but Adrien Rabiot now. Cross it into the box. Griezmann. Benzema controls it down. But he does a little stumble. Won back by France. Antoine Griezmann. Wins it back again. Pogba's gone down. Lovely turn by Benzema. Still carrying Benzema. Benzema goes down. Nothing given. Michael Oliver waving it away. But France are going, and Hungary are just being resilient. It's one thing we probably expected from this side. Hold on. Also, with Adam Shalai going off, their game plan will have changed. So, going into half-time, at least the manager will have a chance to talk to his team and basically say what he wants. Basically, say what he wants to hear. And try and get his plan across, as it's Raphael Varane playing such a high line to Benjamin Pavard. To Pogba. Goes for the shot. And just hits the side netting. 0-0 right now as it stands, but France knocking on Hungary's door. And Hungary just holding on. And that's what they needed to do. It really is. Just got my eye on F1 qualifying as well, but 9 minutes left. One ball played over the top by Galaxy, headed it back to Hugo Lloris. And unfortunately, another Hungary chance. I mean, it's not even a chance, it was just another Hungary possession. Lost and goes back to them. That team in the white shirt. It's a lovely kit, the French kit. N'Golo Kante now. To Kimpembe. Become a leading centre-half in Liga. And obviously with Thiago Silva leaving, he did have to step up as that leader at the back for PSG. And he really has done that. Still on side, I think, Tilo Kehrer. Marquinhos as well. So I know Marquinhos probably more the leader, but when there's been no Marquinhos, Kimpembe would have had to step up. Back to Kimpembe. Rabiot to Pogba. To Griezmann. True tries to play through Benzema. And it's lost. And now Hungary can't go. France win it back. That was Luc Digne, who goes down and wins the free kick. It was Kleinheiser gotten in and involved all today so far. Is it Lucas Kleinheiser? Laszlo Kleinheiser. Got very involved in this game. Kimpembe to Varane, and France. This is a game to lose, unfortunately. I think that is the problem. Ooh, Gassler. Provisional poll. No, it's not provisional. We're only in Q2. I mean, haven't been tested back in Ronald Salah. I mean, hunting down Kimpembe, but calm and composed from that French backline. As Pogba's gone down, and the late foul, we're not happy with that. But you look at the French bench, we can actually show it on here. The French bench there is incredible. Mandanda and Magnan, two great keepers who could probably start this tournament. Then you've got Clement Longley, Jules Koundé, and Hernandez and Dubois, that you really all your defenders there. I mean, Jules Koundé, what a breakout, what an breakout season, what an amazing season he had for Sevilla. Same, and then Longley obviously at Barcelona, not the most best. I know he's not loved as huge in in Spain with Barcelona fans. But then you look at the subs of the subs. Obviously, you can bring on Sissoko, but then Marcus Thuram, one of Gladbach's best players of the year. Currently to so Bayern Munich's one of the many midfielders Bayern Munich got. Unfortunately, didn't play as much, but still so talented. Ousmane Dembele, Olivier Giroud, Thomas Lemar as well. Plethora of talent that they can bring on. It's so unfair. It's the one thing that always comes up when you talk about France is they can have nearly 3 teams that could compete in the Euros. Benzema though into the midfield, Mbappe can't control. Brave defending there from Shalai. Atali Shalai. The Fenerbahce centre half. Is he naturally a centre half as well? B is in it. Yeah. Doesn't say actual, but I presume he's a natural centre back. Only 23 years of age. Kante to Pogba. And again, France will knock on the door. Benjamin Pavard. And it's one thing they do so well is that relenting pressure. But as we saw against Portugal, the Hungary held on. And it's a Nodge there, just plays a really poor ball. A really poor ball. And Roland Salah was trying to make the run in behind. It wasn't the most convincing. France have got the ball back. I think, fortunately, Hungary just can't even keep hold of the ball when going forward. As Pogba, it's a really good ball through. And it was Karim Benzema who just couldn't get the ball and he kicks it out of play. And goal kick for Hungary. And you can hear the fans absolutely cheering for that. They'll obviously getting to watch their side in the Euros and against. I wonder what's the thing with Sonoda causing red flags. He just loves it, doesn't he, UK? It's such a, I know that he's moving to Italy, innit? Or he's moved to Italy just so he can sort of learn quicker and easier. Because I think that's one thing that France tossed once. Saying he's driving with a bunch of talent, but actually utilising it is something completely different that we haven't really seen. Another mistake from Yuki Tsunoda. I mean, so Schumacher crashing out, which basically guarantees he goes through to Q2. As I'm just looking at my bets for today, and it is just that Karim Benzema one as Golden Boot winner. The cash out is £8.26. And he hasn't even scored yet. I think if he gets maybe 2 today, because I think current top goal scorer is Patrick Schick, if I'm right, on 3. If I just look Euros, I would presume it'd be stats. Here we go. Player stats, yeah. Patrick Schick on 3. Then it's Yaremchuk, Yarmolenko, Immobile. Ronaldo obviously still yet to play though his second game. Manuel Locatelli. But it's Kleinheiser. Goes forward. Shah. This is the substitute Nikolic. It was Roland Salah actually. Seeing it here. But Kleinheiser drives forward. And lays off to Roland Salah. And he goes for the shot. And it hits his own teammate in Fiola. Just gets in the way, and unfortunately a chance goes amiss for Hungary. And goes completely missing, and France get the ball back. And France now. But for France, you know what? Not the most convincing of displays. I think there's been a lot of good heavy pressure, but definitely room for improvement, I think we would say. Not long left though. 1 minute and 5 seconds nearly. By me, just me, or the venue schedule for you if it's really unfair. Yeah. I think it is definitely unfair for... I definitely think it's unfair for a couple of teams. Because I think the fact that England get to play the majority of the games at Wembley, I think, do they play all the games actually? Euro 2020 locations. That doesn't help. Host cities and stadiums. Here we go. So Amsterdam. So Netherlands have got basically all their games in Amsterdam. Baku, obviously there's no Azerbaijan. Obviously Bucharest. They have got... I'm trying to think. Have they got all of the... 2 seconds. Bucharest. Obviously Romania are there, but I think Ukraine playing the majority of their games there. Budapest, Hungary playing 2 of their games there. Denmark playing all of their games in Copenhagen. Scotland playing 2 of their games in Scotland. Then, yeah, we're playing all of our games at Wembley, which I think is so unfair. Same with Germany, they're playing all their games in Munich. Same with Italy. I'm looking at St. Petersburg, Russia. They play 2 of their games in Russia. Spain play all their games in Sevilla as well. Sevilla. So I think it's very unfair. I know Italy plays everything in Rome too. I think so same with Netherlands as well. It's just, it's not unfair, don't get me wrong, because obviously there are different host cities and they've chose some of the biggest cities to host for that reason, so that you can have the biggest, sort of the most capability for fans, because if it is in Amsterdam, easy to get to for fans. St. Petersburg in Russia, all the locations have got to be easy for fans to get to, but Solo's in behind. It's the Nicolas. It's in the back of the net. It's in the net. It is, and France are behind it. It's the substitute, Nicolas. It isn't even that. It's the fullback, Fiola, who puts it in the back of the net, and Hungary are 1-0 up. Oh my, and against the run of play, I was too busy talking about countries. I look back at the game, and Fiola is through on goal. And we'll just see it here, but my God. It's that French fan, he realised he's on TV. Italia, Fiola, 31 years old, plays for Fejava. And it's a really, really well-worked goal. Fiola heads it in the midfield to, I think, Roland Salai. And then Salai heads it back, plays it back through. And Fiola, he did have the substitute striker, Nikolic, to the left of him. He didn't see that. He had eyes. He taps it past Rafael Varane, puts it into the bottom left-hand corner. Should Hugo Lloris be doing a lot better? Who knows? But Hungary are 1-0 up with 5 minutes at a time as well. What a momentum gainer this is going into the half. And that is incredible. Didier Deschamps not happy with his team at all. And I've just seen Kale in our group chat say, go on Hungary, and exactly, go on Hungary. And look at that. Look at the fans. And France are stunned. They have dominated this game. Don't get me wrong, it hasn't been a Hungary domination. It has been France. France with 7 shots, 1 on target. Hungary 3 shots, 2 on target. A bit more clinical if we're being honest, but nearly 70% possession for France. But we sat here, Hungary 1-0 up against the World Cup winners. I mean, yeah, wow, going Hungary. Fantastic. This is why we all love the beautiful game. Sam is absolutely buzzing. And wow. And it's a really well-worked goal. Fiola heads it to Salai, and then Salai plays a pitch-perfect ball through. And Fiola's job isn't done because he still has to get past Rafael Varane and put it past Hugo Lloris. And he does it beautifully. He does it absolutely beautifully. A lovely finish from him. And Hungary, against all odds, are 1-0 up against the World Cup winners. And now N'Golo Kante, Schaefer put him under pressure. Still keeps it in. And gets it past N'Golo Kante. And we'll have 1 minute left. Well, 50 seconds left for Hungary to hold on and go into the half And going to the half, 1-0 up. 40 seconds left. Kimpembe to Rafael Varane. Antoine Griezmann is forced to go back to Kimpembe. Finds Adrien Rabiot, the Juventus midfielder. Cross comes in, headed away strong. And Nash clears. And Nikolic is chasing. And he's got it here. Kimpembe all over him, claiming for a foul. Could have been a foul there. Could have definitely been a foul, but 6 seconds left. It's Roland Salah against Paul Pogba. Now we are over the 5-minute mark. And Griezmann, that was Italia with some brave defending. And the whistle blows, and look what it means to the fans. That's incredible. As I keep my eye on the F1, Fernando Alonso. Where is he? He's in 8th. Daniel Ricciardo will probably cancel this lap. Yeah, he definitely is. But wow. As McLaren, Daniel Ricciardo only just holding on. But in the football, Viola gives Hungary the 1-0 lead. And this is absolutely incredible. I mean, Peter, as it is the finals, it just goes to show that nobody is a push over 100%. France probably going to win, but as a Portuguese, this does bring a lot of excitement. It really does, because if you beat Germany, woof, and you know what? I was about to say that even sort of Germany will be licking their lips. We are in Q3, mate. Q2's just finished. Ocon, Vettel, Giovinazzi, and Russell and Schumacher. Both out. And Peter has got 200 quid on Portugal to beat Germany. I mean, genuinely, I think Germany after that French game, we're probably looking at thinking it'll be a tough, but if we beat Portugal and France, and we're only 3 points behind France, because I think most football fans were presuming Hungary to be winning this. Obviously, we've still got another half of football, and everything can change. But as for Hungary now, they've just got to hold on. They've got 45 minutes now to hold on. As we will mute BBC iPlay. Yep. So we are 7 issues. But if you want, this is what's coming up on the channel this week. No, this isn't what. That's Sweden, Slovakia. We're not showing that. Hold up. We update it there. This is what's coming up on the channel this week. Hungary versus France is obviously on right now with me. Hello. Welcome. Hungary. Shock. 1-0 up right now. Portugal, Germany then will be live at 10-5 with Josh. Huge game if this result stays the same. Even not, it's still a huge game. Then me and KL will be live for Italy versus Wales. And Switzerland versus Turkey at 10-5. A huge game in that game. Then, the day later, Josh and to be confirmed, it could be me, it could be KL, North Macedonia versus Netherlands, and Ukraine versus Austria. Then, Finland versus Belgium, Russia versus Denmark. That's at 10-8 on the 21st of June. And that is with to be confirmed. You will find out a lot later on. If you have not, don't forget to follow us you're obviously on the YouTube. The Sports Corner YT, youtube.com/Sports Corner YT. Twitter is at @the_top corner. The website is the sports-corner.com, and the Instagram is the _sports corner. What I will do is I will just play this Watchalong advert. I will leave you with some tunes, and I'll be back in literally, we will say 5 minutes. As we will let this music play. Oh, we're not going with this. I'm not a fan. We'll go with the classic one that we've used. We will use this. We'll be back very soon for the second half of France versus Hungary. I just need to go use the bathroom. You boy. How much did you see? But I was watching live, it just ended, didn't it? I don't remember clicking off it, but right, why has that music just stopped? I got worried then. I got very worried. The music just stopped all of a sudden. I thought my internet went. We're all good. Are we? Yeah, we're all good. Oof. Worries. But we'll read a couple of comments. Germans are going out. Last time we beat Germany, we were in the summer of 2000, long time. And Peter said, I think Portugal going to win the Euros again, and Ronaldo making history and breaking all the records. Now, when we talk about that, if people are still here, these were my predictions at the start, roughly 2 games in. Yeah, it's not looking the best. I had Germany to win the competition. They could go out today. No, it depends on the result. I had Karim Benzema to be Golden Boot. Yeah, he hasn't scored yet. I had Mason Mount get most assists. Yeah, he hasn't got an assist yet, considering England have only scored 1 goal. And it was Calvin Phillips who got the assist for that. Okay. Surprise package, I went for Czech Republic. Now that's happening. Yet, so far. And we need to wait a bit, but it's happening so far. Biggest disappointment, I went for Portugal. They're not having a disappointing season. And then the one to watch, I went for Sasa Kalajdzic. He's not really having a tournament. It was a gamble with going for Kalajdzic. Don't get me wrong. But, such a shame. Because I think it could have been a lot more successful if I chose someone maybe just a little bit better. A little bit better. But, we're just seeing Joe Allen there. But Hungary, 1-0 up. And what an incredible result. You know what I mean? It's the underdogs. It really is. It's the underdogs of this game. And regardless of who you are, you love an underdog story. And Hungary are currently giving us currently giving this right now. As I'm just looking to say, it's interesting though. Also, that Germany game is incredible. Coming up very soon, because if this result stays the same, Germany will be thanking their fucking lucky stars that Hungary have done them a solid, because it brings them back in. And if Germany can beat Portugal, every team is on 3 points, which would mean it would go down to the final game, and statistically, the odds favour Germany in terms of them playing Hungary. Technically, as if we could base it on, but Hungary, if they beat France, well done to them, because they've defied the odds, and France-Portugal will be a very tasty game, and I think that match day is going to be one of the most interesting ones. I really do. I think you've got 2 things that can occur there. You've got either right now at the end of this game. Rowan did just do a swear, Ethan. I'm just excited about the Euros. But yeah, there's so many things at stake right now. So many things. Oh, it's why we love the Euros. It is genuinely why we love the Euros. It's on that final day, and it's the final game of the group stages, and well, it's the day that there's 4 games going on at once. We have Sweden, Poland, and Slovakia, Spain. They're all. I've cut myself. They're all on at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, and then at 8 o'clock, Portugal, France, Germany, Hungary. So it will be very interesting to see who takes them games. I'll ask Josh, but I don't want to take any games away from anyone. So I'll wait and see who's doing it. But whoever gets that group, they should be excited. They really should. I'm just going to check F1. If you are here in an F1 fan, currently it's on Max Verstappen's on provisional pole, but there's still a long time left. Still definitely a long time left. As YouTube always breaks from it. It goes down to 0 views, but then immediately jumps back up to like a regular number, which is so strange. But we'll have a look at sort of the I can't believe Hungary won a little bit. Look at the side. So Look at the home side, and the genuine home side, obviously Nikolic came on for Adam Shalai. I genuinely see them bringing on another defender. And maybe, well no, they're already playing a back five. Maybe taking one of their midfielders and bringing on a more defensive-minded one. I definitely could see that happening. But I think the changes we've got to really look at is France. As it's, obviously, the starting 11 is Hugo Lloris in net. Then it's Luca Digne, Presnel Kimpembe, Raphael Varane, and then Benjamin Pavard. And then Paul Pogba, Kante, and Rabiot in the midfield. Then it's Griezmann, Benzema, and Mbappe. Now, where do you make the changes? Because you haven't been able to finish yet, but I don't think there will be any changes at halftime. Don't get me wrong. I think Deschamps doesn't need to change it. But if we just turn that on, I would say Rabiot maybe. So I think Pogba and Kante have been the better of two sides. So I would say, yeah, I'd say be realistic. Rabiot for maybe who's an attacking midfielder they've got. No one. Maybe Ousmane Dembele if he can play down the middle. Or go two up front. Take off Rabiot. Put Griezmann at cam. And have it. Now I'm trying to think. No, yeah. Play like a 4-2-2. 4-2-2. And have the back four the same, and then Pogba and Kante as midfielders. On the left, Griezmann. On the right, Mbappe. And then Benzema and Giroud up front. Just to give you another aspect of this game. As the French players are coming back out, so the second half will be getting underway very soon. So just keep my eye on the F1. But look at the Hungary fans. It's going to be a party in Budapest right now if they hold on. Pardon me. I'm just looking here. Italia Fiore, obviously plays for Harvard. I'm just going to look at his career. Absolutely mental. So, for Harvard, he signed for them in 2016. His contract is expiring next year. He's got an option of another 1 year. Naturally, he's a right back. 1 game in this tournament. 4 games in Europa League qualifying. 3 games in the Nations League. 28 league games. 6 cup games. And he's put Hungary 1-0 up in the Euros. Who would have expected that? But as I am an idiot, I've just seen I've had the lineups here the entire time. But we're back. Hungary 1-0 up, but the second half has just started with 40 seconds in now. So all the pressure on France now. Genuinely, Hungary have got nothing to lose. They just have to be resilient. And if they can do that, they can easily walk away with 3 points. Even a draw is a successful result from Hungary. We haven't had a shock yet in this tournament. We also will wait and see when we get to the knockout stage where we're probably going to see a lot more. Varane. To Griezmann. Pavard is pushed up and actually forced to clear it. The throw in will be taken by Benjamin Pavard. Throws it quick to Benzema. It's pushed slow now. Karim Benzema. Paul Pogba. Got really nowhere to go. Takes to the wing. Cross comes in. Blocked well by the goal scorer Fiore. Pavard will throw it quick. There's a lot of open space for a cross. And it'll be fizzed across. All the way across. It's in the box. It's chested down by Benzema. By Mbappe, sorry. But Galaxy will collect. And there is that aura around it. There's that aura of a mistake from Hungary. There's that aura of Hungary just sit back. Will France even be able to put it in the back of the net? Only one shot on target in that game against Germany. And obviously they've had a couple more. In this game we've had only one shot on target. We've had the same amount of shots on target. Hungary, a lot more in this game. I mean, they're being spanked on possession, but sometimes you can't win the games on possession alone. Is free kick by Nagy there on Paul Pogba. And the free kick's taken quick. Mbappe chests it down. He's got Pavard if he wants to use him. Back heels it to him. Pavard back to Mbappe. Now Kylian Mbappe. Held up well, but it's still France. Pogba does really well. Great ball in. Great stop by Galaxy. The rebound. Digne takes shot. He's blocked away. Great save by Peter Galaxy. I mean, he started diving out, punched it away into a decent area. Digne on the follow-up. It was blocked by Botka, who is actually the only number... Oh, no. Wrong Salah as well. It's Paul Pogba on the win again. He's got Pavard on the overlap. Still Pogba. Chops in. Pavard. He's created space. Cross comes in. Well blocked there by Italia. Italia. But I think he goes by Shalai Italia, because that's what it says in his brackets. Oh, I think they're one of his parents, unless that's him. His parents have got the same name as him. One of his parents has. They only got one of them. France will whip this corner in. It's front post. It squares across. And it's cleared away. Still with Griezmann, who's going to cross it back in. And it's now back with Hungary. Salah holds it well to Kleinheiser. Puts it onto that right hand side. Hello, Chris May. Hope you're having a good holiday. But it's Kleinheiser now. Tries to play the ball through by Nega. The Nego there just puts it out of play. Cleared away. And if Hungary gets a second in this game, the landscape changed entirely. But yeah, Chris, hope you're good, mate. Hope you're having a good time away. As there will be a throw for Hungary. Schaefer to Nagy. Still driving here. There's a man up on the left. The pass came through and it was that man again, Fiola, who was open on the left. It was a really smart read, but I think that was Benjamin Pavard. A really smart read by him. Because there was so much room for him. And it's tackled there. And it's Kleinheiser, one of the man of the matches so far in this game for Hungary. Dispossessed easily by Antoine Griezmann doing his defensive work. His work rate today has been exceptional, Griezmann. And probably deserves to be rewarded. Pogba's had his shot blocked, shooting from outside the box. Galaxy will see it wide. Not happy with himself right now as Max Verstappen on pole, Hamilton and then Bottas. Oh, they've got a crowd as well in France, that's nice to see. I completely forgot about it, so I'll have a look on Twitter and get the final running order. But Max Verstappen takes pole, which is incredible. Pole position from Max Verstappen. Going to be a yellow card for Botka here. See what it's for. Good to hear, Chris. Good to hear. It's Engineer Botka who gets it. For... Yeah, takes out Mbappe, doesn't he? I was trying to find a reason to say no, but yeah, he takes out Kylian Mbappe. Griezmann will cross it in. It's a good ball. Clear headed away. And Ronan Salah now up against Benjamin Pavard. He's obviously played against him this. He will have played against him this season. And Kim Pembe fouling him, and I love that from Fiola. Just runs over and chests Kim Pembe looking super till, mate. He looks rattled. He looks absolutely rattled right now. It's one thing this side can do well, and if I was a player, I would do it. I would try to rile up the other side. I would be hated amongst the fans because I wouldn't be playing the game of football, but I would just try to be getting people carded and annoyed to make stupid mistakes. As Fiola plays a nice ball over the top and a push in the back to Kim Pembe, and look at him, he does look angry. I think that's the bit you're on about, Bernardo. Little push to the back. But if you rattle up Kim Pembe, it's smart from Hungary, you know. Because we saw that challenge on Mbappe as well. And it's not a challenge where they're looking to injure the player, but it's just more of the fact that Mbappe could just get so annoyed at them just tagging him. Pavard's made a run on the overlap. Griezmann's not used him. To Pogba, to Griezmann, tackle, intercepted well. Work the yellow on Pavard, getting that exactly. A lot of fans probably would hear that as like, oh, they're not playing football though. They're playing rugby, but not rugby. But you know what I mean. They're playing a brash game. But a team like Hungary, who 90% of the time won't win the game based on footballing ability and sort of where each player plays, but based on strategy. So that's a great cross in. Galaxy will collect, but based on strategy and how they attack the game, you could easily beat a team mentally. There's some good things like post and books read on about the mental game in football. It's a really base thingy. A really huge thing in football is playing the mental game. As that is a shoddy pass to the back by Adrien Rabiot. Pulls it out of play. And we're seeing Josh's favourite player, Olivier Giroud, warming up. Could we see him make a cameo appearance today? It will be interesting to see. So good pass through to Roland Salah. To Fiola. Back to Salah. Who's tried to take it past Rafael Varane. And nice footwork from the Real Madrid centre-back. Really nice footwork from him. Saves the blushes for now. And Rabiot, a couple of misplaced passes in this opening 10 minutes. Rafael Varane though will switch across to Ben Pavard and will look for some open space. We've seen them target the right hand side so much and it's not paid off. And obviously Antoine Griezmann has definitely been drifting in and out. And we'll see him now use this left hand side. Rabiot. Two Benzema who's come and drop deep. Rabiot, but can't get it really anywhere apart from back to Rafael Varane. Now to Pavard who can cross this ball in. To Pogba. Tries to play it in, blocked well. And that is a foul. Kleinheisler going down. Had a very good game today, Kleinheisler. Really good game. Just going to have a look at his sort of league stats. 31 appearances, 6 goals, 6 assists. So some good performances. The former Werder Bremen man. Was it the... Wait, hold up. Okay. I thought he was... So he was at Werder Bremen, but... oh my god. So he was at Werder. Werder loaned him to Darmstadt. Then loaned him to Ferencváros. Then loaned him to Astana. And Astana bought him for 675k. And then he left Astana to join NK Osijek on a free transfer. 35 games, 3 goals for Hungary. It's been a convincing performance from him today and well cleared. And it is Kleinheiser to Nezro. Slows it down. To Nikolic. Kleinheiser back again. Puts it across to the left to Fiola, who tries to chest it down. Great strength by Schaefer on Pavard. To Fiola now. If Fiola goes down there, that could be a penalty. But Schaefer lays it off. Salah just puts it wide, but Fiola goes down there. That's a very easy yellow. A very poor shot. I'm getting a message from Hermes, right, but I don't know if it's a fake thing. I'm pretty confident it's a fake email, but I have ordered something online. That's what I'm worried with. I have ordered something online, but it's from an 07 number. It's from like a normal mobile phone. You'd expect it for them to email. I'll try to find it. So it could be them. But it's going to be fine. Oh! And that was the substitute, Ousmane Dembele. I didn't even notice he'd come on. Came on for Adrien Rabiot as we'd expect. I think he was the one that we'd expect to come off. Does really well. Cuts to his right foot. It's an amazing, powerful shot and comes off the outside of the post. Thought so, Ethan, mate. Thought so. But my worry was because I'd actually had ordered something, but I didn't know who it would come through. That's not like confirmation of that, actually. BVB team set update. If we have a look, we might be able to see. Oh, what sports training cards? Oh, that's ages ago. That was the start of the month. So many, so nice cards. I just need money. It's the worst thing in life. Cross comes in. Cleared away blocked by Raphael Varane. Yeah, I will do, Ethan. I will do it after the stream, actually. That's probably the smartest thing. But France, holding on. Hungary, holding on. For dear life, because there's been points where France could have scored. But it hasn't been super convincing. But Naj plays the ball to the Nikolic, the sub. And he slipped and it's gone out for a goal kick. Hold on, I'm just looking. I thought they did a WWE celebration. I really did at first. He did do a Devon Dublin. A Devon Dublin? Oh, that's bad. Oh, I meant to say Dudley. I did Dion. I just said Dion Dublin. Oh, Jesus. Ousmane Dembele now driving into midfield. Plays it. Poor ball back to... And now Kleinheiser will drive away. Still Kleinheiser. Who will just hold the ball up. He's got Nejo on the left. Doesn't opt to use him. Forced to go back. We'll go back to Peter Galaxy. The goalkeeper, one of the standouts of this team. If you look at sort of star power. Really, for being a... Oh, there we go. If we click that. Not long left though. Half an hour in this game and you surely think that that's a great ball over the top. Varane deals with it well. With Ousmane Dembele coming off, it does bring a bit more pace and attacking, more attacking minded forefront and thought. With Rabiot coming off. But it's Karim Benzema to Pavard. To Dembele. Blocked well. That's another misplaced pass and it's Roland Salah. That's a lovely ball. And the ball was kicked up high by Nikolic and Varane. Not the most confidence of clearances. Has to kick up high for a throw-in. With France, it wasn't even Nikolic. It was Schaefer there who made the run. And Varane just had to kick it long. Fiola will take this throw-in. Kleinheiser does lose it immediately. And a chance for France to move now with Antoine Griezmann in the midfield. Got Mbappe on the left, opts to use him. There is coverage. Griezmann. Way too much on the cross. And that will go out for a goal kick. And it's a poor cross by the Barcelona man, former Atletico player. Player of the tournament at the last Euros? Or even the World Cup. World Cup 2018 player of the tournament. Was it Griezmann? Luka Modric. It must have been the 2016 Euros then. So I'm pretty confident Griezmann did win player of the tournament. Yeah. Antoine Griezmann. Mental. I'm just looking at the Euro 2016 team of the tournament. Patricio in net, Kimmich, Boateng, Pepe, Guerrero, Cruz, and then just Joe Allen in there. Griezmann, Aaron Ramsey, Dimi Payet, and then Ronaldo. Just seeing the Welsh players. The Welsh players obviously had an incredible tournament, don't get me wrong. But it's just so weird to see. Really weird to see. But can Chelsea, France get back into this game? Not with football like that, because it's Roland Salah. All by himself here. He's just going to take surrounded. He's got covered in French players. Poor first touch by Salah. And Pogba will collect. And then N'Golo Kanté, now the workhorse of this side. To Kylian Mbappe. Up against Botka. And great defensive from Nego. Great defending from him. And now it's Roland Salah again. Salah taps it past Pavard. Gets fouled in the build-up. And it's going to be a dangerous free kick from Hungary. That could have been a second yellow, you know. I mean, Bernardo said work the yellow and Pavard get in their head. Could have very easily been. If Pavard sticks more of a foot rather than Salah running to the back of him, that's a guarantee. That could be a second yellow, and it could go from disaster to disaster, really, for France. I've seen a couple of Hungarian players warming up, but can they create some things? Klein Heisler is not going to stand over. It's going to be Roland Salah who will whip it in. If there can be a good ball crossed in. Salah crossed in. It's a dangerous ball. And Lloris has to dive and collect, and he'll try and ship it out quick. And it's a long ball. Not many Hungarian defenders back. It's gone straight from Lloris. Chested down by Mbappe. It goes across. It's a touch. And it's in the back of the net. And Antoine Griezmann ruins the hopes of all Hungarian fans. And Hungary, the committed men forward. They committed men forward in the attack. And you know what? It's the territory. It's a lovely, don't get me wrong. It's Hugo Lloris with an amazing ball over top. It's an awkward ball. Mbappe then wins it against Nego. And then puts it across. And it is that touch. It's the touch from Willy Orban. Now, if Orban leaves this, it's going past Benzema. And that is so unfortunate from Willy Orban, because he's made the stop that stopped the cross from coming in, but he's put it into the feet of Antoine Griezmann. And now it's 1-1. And great, I think we've got to look at that pass from Hugo Lloris. Is absolutely incredible. It's a lovely ball over the top by him. And then Mbappe does incredible to fight, jump, chest the ball down. So another ball over the top. Would have thought that would have been a foul one. Nego there, who has pushed up. It seemed like Luca Digne just pulled his shirt and pulled him down. But Digne will have this throw in deep into the French half. And Hungary have really got to go now. They really have got to move and try to take something of this game. Kimpembe, he switches all the way across to Benjamin Pavard, and now a lot of space if France can get to it. Griezmann to Dembele. Pavard still running. Still Pavard. Dembele doesn't use him, goes for himself, and oh, okay. And it's Fiola, the goal scorer, giving away the foul. Pardon me. As I do feel sorry for... I did feel really sorry there for Hungary. They tried to hold on. They really did, but they just couldn't convert, unfortunately. I'm just trying to look. So unfortunate. Free kick comes in. Mbappe can't convert it. It's a great ball by Griezmann, but Mbappe just couldn't convert it. It's a really good ball. 1-1 now, and we knew this game could have been a firecracker. Not over yet. I mean, a draw still benefits Hungary. We're going to have our second water break of the game. Still very hot in Budapest, and we will have a water break here. And it was such an awkward ball over the top. And it was Nagy on the save, and Mbappe still does really well to get the ball in. And then Willie Orban, it's not even an awareness thing, it's more, he's just done naturally what a defender is going to do. A defender is going to stop and block it. Isn't it? And it's a goal for France. And 1-1, 70, as we hit the 70th minute. So, the team that comes third in this group will play the team that are in wins either Group A, B or C. I'm just trying to figure out who we would face if England comes who we would first if we come third. Euro fixtures and results. Round of 16. So what group are we in? Because we're still in this water break. We're in Group D. So if we come third in the group, hold up, we either play first in Group E, Group C, or Group B. So C, B, and E, which means we would either play, as it stands right now, Netherlands, Belgium, or Sweden. As it stands right now, that is. With 2 games. It is still not over yet. And this game isn't over yet. Hungary could very much still get into this game. Griezmann to Pogba. And the fitness was an issue for Hungary. And they sort of started to lose it against Portugal. Could we see it? Because it's Ousmane Dembele. Crosses it in. It's a good ball in. Finds Griezmann, who is tripped outside the box. He let the shot go on. He played advantage. And Willie Orban, he was about to blow for the foul. Instead, he let advantage play. Because it's 100% a foul there. But the referee let play go on. It was that a substitute? Yeah, it was Nikolic who had made the foul outside the box. But referee allowed play to go on. Nadja. Or Naj as it's pronounced, I think. Back to Galaxia. And if the result stays as it is, France would still be first. It would be first in their group. They'd go first. Hungary would go third, but with that Germany game to be played, this group is still up there. Because if Germany beat Hungary, Hungary would drop down to fourth. But then I don't know. Again, if it's goal difference, if it's head to head, we still don't know. But this game isn't over. Around 15 minutes left is 100% enough for one of these sides to take the game by the scruff of the neck. And it looks like France, if we're being realistic, France are going to be that realist time as it's Nudge to Kleinheiser, and it's well won back by Pogba. But Botka now is pushed up to Nego. And Kleinheiser wins it back to Nego. Plays it in the midfield to Salah. It's got a man on the left. If he uses it, Salah goes for the shot. And it takes a deflection and it's saved by Lloris. But there was a man again. And it was the same man. Okay, it was a bit further this time. But it was Fiona again making that overlapping run on the left-hand side. And Salah, for the second time this game, goes for it himself. And I think Hungary will go for this. They've got nothing to lose. A draw is an okay result. They could still go through as third place. But I mean, they challenged Portugal for 80 minutes. Like, when did Portugal score their goal? It was... When did the first goal go in? 84th minute, and then the floodgates open. We could see exactly the same here. But hopefully the floodgates go the other way. It's Fiola, who's tackled, but the ball wins back to Salah. Still with Roland Salah. And it goes for a throw-in for Hungary. And there is going to be some changes for France. We'll get fresher legs. And for Josh, it's a dream substitution. First of all, the first one will be Seri, who will come on for Hungary. And he will come on for Andreas Schäfer, with Tamas Šerš coming on. Currently plays for Bloody hell. He plays for Meskos Visori in the Hungarian league. So he is a natural Hungarian player, plays in the league. But Pogba will come off for Corentin Tolisso. And Karim Benzema, another game where I needed him to score, hasn't. And Olivier Giroud will come on for him. And it's not been the tournament for him. But Olivier Giroud, France's second all-time goal scorer, only behind Thierry Henry. I don't know how many, if we have a look. France's all-time top goal scorer. It is also Thierry Henry. 51 goals. Olivier Giroud is 5 behind. Now, he could very easily get 5 in this game. It's a lovely turn by Roland Sholai. Puts it into the box, Lloris collects. And I mean, you're looking Griezmann. Probably will be playing a bit, maybe a little bit longer than Olivier Giroud. And he's on 37. We'll need... Hold up, Roman can't do the maths. He needs, I think, 14 more goals, 15 more goals to overtake him, whereas Giroud would need 6 more goals to overtake. And the next is Karim Benzema, that currently players that's still playing. But you look at some of the younger players, there's not really any. But Giroud only needs 6 more goals, and he's a good player to come on. He's a very talented player to come on. And the ball's lost away by Ousmane Dembele this time. And it's Sherry now. Going down the left-hand side, tackled by Raphael Varane. Loses the ball. Antoine Griezmann now. He's got a man open on the left. It's Luca Digne. Currently at a managerless team with Everton. To Corentin Tolisso. To Griezmann. Back to the Bayern midfielder, Tolisso. Not really played much this season. So with Goretzka, Kimmich and Muller in that midfield, he rarely does get a chance in there. But see, Antoine Griezmann is getting the goals. Pardon me. I realise San Pellegrino makes me super gassy. It's Ousmane Dembele on this side. Cross, it's a good ball. And Nego will clear. Call of handball, it was to Soloy. And Kleinheiser will win the free kick in the midfield. And N'Golo Kante committing the foul there, something you don't see often. They're asking for handball. He can't do much about it. Michael says nothing. I don't think there's anything Soloy can do about it. Leoban will take this free kick. They'll go shot. Try and build it up from the back. So an interesting about Griezmann that he scored the most international... Here we go. No player scored as many goals at major international tournaments than Griezmann since the 2014 World Cup. He has 11. Ronaldo is second in 10 though. And Ronaldo's got a couple of games to be played. So, very interesting to see. Very interesting what goes on here. With 10 minutes left in this game, can France take the win and do a good comeback, or could Hungary? It's not the most convincing passes round the back. Or could Hungary break the hearts of French fans and steal a win here? Now it's Italia Shalai to Nash to Nikolic, who pushes up a bit further. He hasn't got many spot, and he loses the ball here. Completely caught watching. Now it's Corentin Tolisso to Lucas Digne. And that's poor from Nikolic. Got distracted with the ball. And France get it back. Kimpembe. And the testing here. Then the French national side. They are testing, don't get me wrong. Pass played to Tolisso. To Griezmann. Cross comes in from Griezmann all the way to the other side of the pitch to Dembele, who will have time to go. And it's still Dembele. Puts the cross in, well blocked, and he'll go for a corner for France. Enough time. And this is where that man is dangerous. Sexiest man in football, Olivier Giroud. Obviously with Varane and Kimpembe in the box, they are a danger, France. Can they convert this corner? 9 minutes in, Griezmann will put the cross in. And it's easy for Galaxy to collect. Looking to go quick. Poor ball in though by... Well, it's not even a poor ball, just... It was actually perfect centred, just no one there. Hungry. We'll move now. Kleinheiser. Had a very good game today for Hungary. Nego. France get the ball back, and it's the aggravating thing. You want to see Hungary go forward and maybe get one opportunity. Griezmann. Ball through. Van Giroud. Shot comes off. Great save by Galaxy. Rebounds cleared. And that was Kylian Mbappe, stopped by Peter Galaxy for the umpteenth time in this game. And Michael Oliver doesn't give a foul. To Nego. Headers one. Griezmann doing his work, but pressure from Nikolic. And it's well calmed by Varane. Finds Ousmane Dembele in the wing. Fiola stays with him. France are really putting the pressure now. It's going to be a shot outside the box. And Galaxy will dive down to his side to collect. Quite a routine save from Peter Galaxy. We've seen that opportunity. And Griezmann to Giroud. Giroud plays a lovely ball through to Kylian Mbappe. And Mbappe Goes for it in Galaxy. Mbappe goes for the power. But straight to Galaxy. Really good save from him. Pardon me. And this game is heating up. Things I can't mute quick enough. Because, like, if I need to mute, I'll have to go Streamlabs and mute. So I'll just apologise, it's nicer. But, as it's that main man who's ran his arse off today, Kleinheisler. Who's looking very shaky. We might see us up here. I think we are. It's going to be Kleinheisler coming off. And Giorgio Lovrenskis will come on. Currently plays again for Ferencváros. The Hungarian league obviously won the league this year by 20 points. But one of the best players on the pitch will have to come off, unfortunately, for them. That is Giorgio Lovrenskis will come on though. Older player, 32 years old. Naturally a fullback, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Ball cleared long. Roland Salai. And it was Chelsea there who trying to win it back. Can't do it. And Lucas Digne now. To Corentin Tolisso, and it feels like that clock is just ticking down for France. Kimpembe. Now, can he spot anyone? And you can hear the booing in the stadium, and I don't know whether it's French fans, it's from... Obviously, we know the French fans are so vocal. Dembele. Lays it off. Pavard. They'll go again. Kimpembe finds Digne. Digne puts first time ball in. Headed away by Willy Orban, who maybe you could say was at fault for the goal, but since that, defended very resolute, actually cleared the ball into out of dangers a lot of time. And I tell you what, this point is a huge result for Portugal and Germany, especially Germany, who if France won and Portugal beat them, they could have still been out. Germany would just have to get a point to give them hope of staying in against Portugal if the result stays the same, but the game is definitely not over. Mbappe tries to put the cross in. Nudge transferred. Now it's Nego. And he's giving it away here. Wins it back to Noj. And the ball's just been pinged long. And Salah won't get, Pavard will. And he takes the throw relatively quick. And I wonder... No, I can't. Just seeing there though. 4 minutes left on the clock. And it's France moving. Poor ball. Pavard. He does well to keep it in, which forces Hungary to at least get it out. And eventually Giroud makes the challenge. Good challenge though. And we are going to see the final change from France, because they obviously only had 5 substitutions with 3 intervals. And it's going to be Thomas Lemar who will come on. Obviously plays for Atletico Madrid. And number 11. And that's Ousmane Dembele coming off. I mean, Lemar played quite a couple of games for Atletico. I mean, 2 seconds. I'm just looking here. Ousmane Dembele's been taken off, okay? He lost the ball a couple of times, but he showed great pace and sort of tenacity. I mean, if he's fine, that's a very strange substitution. Came on in the 50th-ish minute. very strange decision here. We see Giroud. Something he does very that challenge there from Peter Galaxy's clearance. Great pressure from Giroud, who genuinely could and should possibly start against Portugal, because Karim Benzema has done nothing, and I think it would be nice to give Giroud a start, let him play a good 70-60 minutes to get into the game. If he doesn't do anything, fair enough, it's N'Golo Kante. Touch was a bit too heavy. And it's going to be a free kick in their own half, but very strange change there from Didier Deschamps. Surely it's got to be an injury. He came on in like the 52nd. What time did he? I'm going to genuinely find the actual time he came off on. Could be a hamstring injury, but Dembele came on in the 57th minute. And now he came off. And he came off in the 86th. We just hit the 88th. We're in the halfway through the 88th minute. A minute half left. We'll obviously have a bit of added time due to that water break. And now it has been France pressure. And this possibly could be the shock of the tournament so far. Hungary getting a draw. Lamar with a poor ball. Maybe he should have took Dembele off. Rancic gets it cleared. Now it is Lamar. 4 minutes of stoppage time is what the commentator has just said. Griezmann. And then Digne tries to whip it in. Great defending and wins a throw-in as well. Heroic defending there. And a Hungary on the brink of getting a monumental draw. As Salah has gone down with cramp. You see Didier Deschamps there. Looks very nervous. Very, very nervous. And we're just about to hit the end of the game. We're in the 10 seconds left of this normal time. And that's a poor throw-in. And Mbappe trying to break through. Commits a foul on Botka at the same time. And do Hungary do a long ball now and try? Sort of do what Lloris did. Pushed him over. That's why it was deemed a foul. Great refereeing by McOver. And not nice people throwing stuff at Olivier Giroud. Not what you want to see at all. I think it's actually the French fans that are throwing stuff. So if they're throwing at their own players, that's bad. If they're throwing at Galaxy, that's even worse, I think. Well, it's not. No excuse for any of it. Galaxy will play it long though. As Salah is deemed to have fouled Kimpembe. And Kimpembe, he looks permanently angry. I'm very surprised he hasn't got a card in this game. Kimpembe. Hungary are just holding on. Very tight. Not many changes from Hungary. You would say probably France are the better, more conditioned side. Kimpembe is pushed up deep. Tolisso. To N'Golo Kante. 1-1 ball draw. It's not over yet, Malcolm. It's not over yet. So I will just move the YouTube chat just in case there are spoilers with 2 minutes left, because I know people are 2 or 1 minute ahead. And I mean, just passing it around in France can't create an opening. Pavard. It goes for the cross. It's blocked well by the sub. Another cross comes in. Headed away by Saloy, the centre-back version. And there's a lunging channel there from Siros. Kante to provide the French team have got players in. Kanté on the wing. And that's a late challenge. It's a very late challenge. That was Fiola, the goal scorer. And Mark said Portugal vs Germany. Who will win? Who will win? I'll go Germany. I've got them to win the tournament. They've got to have some sort of good performance, and hopefully this is it. But it's Olivier Giroud. He's going to be the man that Griezmann tries to target. Will be 1 minute left of this game, probably when the free kick gets taken. And the Griezmann's going to cross in. There will be a minute left after this crossed in. It comes in. Galaxi's not cleared it. Griezmann, and there's been a foul in the box. There's been 2 Hungarian players down. And it's Kimpembe, actually, who's... If Kimpembe goes down there, that's a pen. That is really proper shithouse defending there by Botka. He goes down pretending he's injured. But it's when he was committing a foul. Oh, it's going to be checked here. This could be last minute drama. He's got his hands around Kimpembe's waist, but it's not a foul. He's getting... It's one of them ones. So you're looking at Kimpembe. Yes, his arms are around him. It's not given. But France have got the ball back quick. We're 20 seconds over the 94th minute. It's a lot of open space for France. Digne to Thomas Lemar. Cuts inside. Cross comes in. It's a good ball. Headed in. And it's Olivier. It's not Olivier Giroud. It's Raphael Varane who misses the header. But Hungary have got a monumental draw here. And they held on so resiliently. They did not give in, Hungary. And they took the lead through Fiola. And the back end. Was it even the back end? I don't even remember. There was so much that the game had me. I'll be honest. The game had me. But my God. Griezmann got the equaliser. After, Fiola scored in added time. I thought it was. I just didn't want to say it in case I was wrong. Fiola scores in added time. Griezmann then gets the equaliser in the 65th minute. And France were knocking on Hungary's door. But they couldn't get anything done. Oof. Now, I know Josh will take you through this watch along, the lineups properly. But these are the lineups for the Portugal-Germany game. I'll just do the starting 11. For Portugal, it's Rui Patricio, Nelson Semedo, Ruben Dias, Pepe and Rafael Guerreiro. Then 2 holding midfielders, William Carvalho and Danilo. Then it's Jota and Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes middle with Ronaldo up front. And then off for Germany, it's Neuer. And then it's Ginter, Hummels, Rudiger, Kimmich and Gosens, Kroos and Gundogan, Havertz, Muller and Serge Gnabry up there by himself. Going to be a good game there. Josh will talk you through the lineups a bit more in detail. Obviously, don't forget to check out the Twitter at @the_top corner. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share that notification, share the YouTube channel if you can. That would be greatly appreciated. The website is sports-corner.com. The Instagram is the _sportscorner_. Coming up this week on the channel with the more Euro content. Hungary versus France. Obviously, that has just occurred. If that's watch-along advert is going to play, might not. 2 seconds. Obviously, you've just watched the Hungary versus France watch-along. There we go. 1-1. Great result for Hungary. Great result for Hungary. Portugal-Germany is then up in just under an hour with just around 40 minutes. And again, should be a very interesting game. Then we're back to Matchday 3 where games are on at the same time. Italy versus Wales, Switzerland, Turkey. That'll be with me and KL. Then the day after, North Macedonia versus Netherlands and Ukraine versus Austria. That's at 10 to 5. That'll be with Josh and someone. It'll be a surprise who that is. Then Finland versus Belgium and Russia versus Denmark in Group B. Again, another group that could be quite open. That is live on 10 to 8 on the 21st of June. But UK and watch Hungary versus France. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for the game. Hungary. Hold on very valiantly. Peace.